So, you guys might have seen at my Instagram or the podcast Instagram at this point. I am trying to create a podcast studio. I just actually went, as I'm recording this, I went to IKEA yesterday, which you would have seen on my Instagram. Basically, I have already had a rough idea or ideas to choose from, I guess, for a studio, but I was like, man, I really don't know fully. Like, I have some ideas, but it's so annoying sometimes to try shopping online. Like, I both like it because it is very convenient at times, but depending on what you're trying to do, it is always nice to go to a store and actually physically see stuff and try stuff out and kind of get a look, get measurements, blah blah blah. So I was like, you know what, my desk and setup that I have for my PC and what I guess I can consider my podcast studio, I already built everything I have here from IKEA. So why not go there? It's the best representation I have for the stuff I would want. And even if I don't get everything from IKEA, or I don't get anything today, which I did not, I can go there, kind of look for stuff that would possibly interest me, get some ideas for certain furniture usage, different things like that. Like, what could I use? Could I use this? Could I put this here? Would this be in the background? I might have some plants and I might do this, like all sorts of different stuff. So I'm trying to like figure this out. And that was something where I kind of talked to Bailey about a little bit because we didn't talk about it last week. I think Bailey's going to help me design this. She did go with me. I guess as a little sneak peek, considering you guys know what I look like, but you haven't seen Bailey. She is actually in one of the clips from IKEA, but yeah, good luck finding her. But she's gonna help me design it, and I guess one of the reasons too, and we might try doing it before she leaves for college, because one, it'd be a fun project to kind of work together on our own, because yeah, it's cool, and we both have a slight thing for interior design. It's just we don't necessarily get to like utilize it necessarily, or we never really have, but we have similar tastes at times. And then not only that, but it is her room I'm gonna use, because I'm renting this house. She's going to college, and I'm like, well, and I'm probably gonna buy this house here within the next year possibly. And I was like, well, I need a studio because I'd love to have a place to bring guests on, and I don't want to do what I did with Bailey last week. And in particular, my room, I don't have a lot of space to try fitting more people in, at least with how it's set up now. And I want to bring a visual aspect to it, and I want to also like make it visually appealing when it comes to that. And I want to have enough space to make it like comfortable and have a cool like little setup with it. And I was like, I can't really do that, at least well, or something that I can picture or make work in my room, considering the shape of my room and the amount of area I could use. So I was like, well, Bailey's room is already very small. She's moving out. Probably going to get rid of some of this stuff and the furniture and everything in here anyways. Her room's small, so it makes it easier for the sound situation, because if I put up sound panels and do this and that, it's very small, so hopefully less likely to echo all this stuff. I can make it work. Even like a month ago, I walked into a room one time and I was like, maybe I could put this here and then I could do that. And like, I was already like mapping stuff out in my head and trying to figure out how I could like rearrange stuff and all that. So I think I want to try working on that and getting that built sooner than later. One, before she goes to college, because It's an extra pair of hands, and she's aesthetically inclined, so she's good at like that kind of stuff, with like design. So I think we're gonna do that and kind of work on that as like a little project before she goes to college. So I will probably be posting like pictures along the way as we build it. I think we might even paint the room, repaint, because the room color right now is like a very bright turquoise blue. So I think we're going to repaint and do this and that. And so there's a lot we're going to have to do to it. I would love for you guys to give me some sort of ideas in the comment section and all that kind of stuff. Real quick, actually, pause. I need to mention this at the beginning of the podcast because I know that's when more people are likely to listen. Please go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Obviously, right now, there's not a lot to look at. And that's one reason why I'm trying to build this studio in particular, is I can have a video format for you guys. So if you guys want to, you don't want to just hear my voice and you actually want to see me, we can do that. And that's one reason why we're trying to put the studio together. So if you haven't already, maybe go subscribe. I want to hit 50 subscribers by the end of the year. I feel like it will be a lot easier once I'm able to get actual video footage up and going when I put the studio together. So please go over there and subscribe. But yeah, definitely on here or on Instagram, comment, DM me, whatever. Any ideas you have for the podcast. I'll put a poll on Spotify. All of it. Like I want your guys' input if you have any, or if you're willing to give any. Because I wanted to do this. I thought it'd be really fun. And make it easier when I want to have people on, because I do want to have people on eventually. So shout out to a few people. I'd like to have one of my uncles on for sure. Person from work that I find very interesting and have deep conversations with to begin with. An old coworker at one of my old jobs, name's Andrew. Shout out to Andrew if he listens to this podcast, which I think he has. But if he listens to this episode, once I get the studio put together, definitely probably going to have you on. But I just kind of wanted to have something to make it feel more official for me. It gives me an actual area to like focus on working on stuff while I'm in there. And then once I get it all set up and I have everything set up like it needs to, I'll have extra mics for people. And I'll obviously have the one for me, when it's just myself or whatever. And it'll just be a click and go kind of thing. And it'll be fairly simple. So I'm excited to kind of get this started, and get this up and running. It might not be for another month before it's like fully finished and set up, and I have a camera in particular to actually record it visually. I might have it set up sooner, possibly, where I at least record in there, but to actually have it where like I have the visual aspects of it finished up and a camera, it might be a month or so. So I'm excited for that. So I hope you guys are just as excited as I am too. Can't wait. I'm kind of excited to go through and get all the ideas wrote down and like draw some stuff up, I guess, and figure it out, because it'll be cool.